Okay, so somebody mentioned Oklahoma House Bill 1643, and they were saying that it's going to be where you can get arrested or be put in jail for recording the police and publishing it on the internet or online. Well, there are some factors here. House Bill 1643 in Oklahoma prohibits any individual from publishing identifying information of a law enforcement officer with the intent to threaten, intimidate, harass, or stalk law enforcement officials. Individuals convicted of violating the provisions of this measure are subject to a misdemeanor punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail, a fine of up to $1,000, or both fine and imprisonment. Punishment for a second or subsequent offense is up to 1 year in the county jail, a fine of up to $2,000, or both fine and imprisonment. The measure allows elected county officials and peace officers to request that the county assessor not make information available on the internet. Now that was from March of 2021. April 15th, 2021, the final bill was drawn up, which says an act of relating to personal identification information, making certain acts unlawful, providing penalties, etc., 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 etc. Whoever with the intent to threaten, intimidate, harass, or facilitate another to threaten, intimidate, or harass uses an electronic communication device to knowingly publish, post, or otherwise make publicly available personally identifiable information of a peace officer or public official, and as a result places that peace officer or public official in reasonable fear of death or serious bodily injury, shall, upon conviction, be guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by imprisonment, yada yada, etc., etc. All right, if you drop down to B here, it says electronic communication shall have the same meaning as the term is defined in section 1172 of Title 21 of the Oklahoma statutes. Electronic communication does not include broadcast transmissions or similar communications that are not targeted at any specific individual. Electronic communication device means any cellular, telephone, facsimile, pager, computer, or any device capable of electronic communication. So number one is basically saying that as long as you're not targeting a specific individual, you're recording a scene of all the police officers, you're good. You're not targeting an individual. You're recording the scene of everybody there. Broadcast transmission. What's a broadcast transmission? You can say I'm broadcasting over YouTube as a freelance journalist or a social media journalist. Let's drop down to number 4. Personally identifiable information, or as we call it, PII, means information which can identify an individual, including but not limited to name, birth date, place of birth, mother's maiden name, biometric records, social security number, official state or government issued driver's license or identification number, government passport number, employer or taxpayer identification number, or any other information that is linked or linkable to an individual, I swear I can't read, such as medical, educational, financial, or employment information. Public official means any person elected or appointed to a state office in the executive, legislative, or judicial branch of state government or other political subdivisions of the state, and etc., etc., etc. Basically, guys, you can still record the police in Oklahoma. What you want to make sure of is you're not targeting a specific police officer. Don't be calling out a police officer's name. And again, I'm still new to this as much as you guys are. I don't even live in Oklahoma. So I welcome comments or exposition I really welcome exposition on this bill. Anybody that's familiar with this House bill. But from what I'm reading, You just don't start calling out their names and say, yeah, Officer Tony Jones of the Oklahoma City Police Department, and I don't know if there's a Tony Jones there. I apologize. It's a coincidence, like they say in the movies. All names are coincidence. But you just don't call out the name and where he works. You just say, hey, we're recording this police department, Oklahoma PD. They're on a traffic stop. All right, all the officers are acting professional, whatever, and you leave. A face is not personal identifiable information. I can see your face and not know who the hell you are. So faces are fine. But that thing about, can I get your name and badge number? If they offer it, but maybe you want to say, can I get your name and badge number for publication on my news channel? They may go, no. I don't know how that's going to work. That's, again, Oklahoma. You guys have to figure out how that works in your state. But somebody was really worried and saying, oh, God, we're scared. We can't even record the police no more because if we publish it on internet, we're going to get in trouble. Not if you don't release PII, which is like name, where they work. Of course, you're recording the police department. But if you call out the police department, that's not personable identifiable information. We don't know who these cops are. We just know it's a bunch of people in uniform from this police department. So you're still good on that. So all you cop watchers in Oklahoma that are sweating House Bill 1643 and going, oh my God, we can't cop watch no more. Calm down. Okay, drink some suds, get some wassa wassa, and chill, because you're still good to cop watch. You're just going to have to, the rules of the game are changing a little. That's all. You can still go out and do it. Please don't let this stop you from catching police accountability. Please get out there and continue to do it. It's just the rules of the game are changing. They want to change the rules a little bit. Fine, we'll play by their rules. And we're still going to get what we want, police accountability.